And Trevor Francis shuffles the pack in a bid to get the team buzzing again. Out go Viv Anderson, Danny Wilson and Paul Williams through choice, plus Nigel Worthington, who's suffering from flu. So what a day this is for 17-year-old Chris Bart Williams, who makes his First Division debut just a week after his transfer from Third Division Leyton Orient. Arsenal boss George Graham still has to select a side, bereft of his regular skipper Tony Adams and Paul Davis. So stepping into the breach once more are Colin Pates in the centre of defence and David Hillier in midfield. He finds no place for either Anders Limpar or Kevin Campbell. England's Lee Dixon is again captain in the absence of Adams, in a side bracketed with Wednesday in 6th place, but ahead on goal difference. The referee, who I know is looking forward to the match as much as we are, is Vic Callow from Solihull. It's a really crisp afternoon and Hillsborough looking in perfect condition. Arsenal in the strip that I think all of us prefer, the red and white. Sheffield Wednesday in their blue and white stripes. And it's Arsenal attacking the Kop in the first half. Phil King was the outstanding player for me last Sunday at Bramall Lane, when the rest of the team didn't perform very well, by their own admission. There were signs of them coming back to form at times at the Dell on Wednesday in the Rumbelows Cup defeat by Southampton. Here's Bart Williams, his first touch of the ball, and he finds a colleague in Sheridan. He finds King. Hurst. Palmer. They stroke it around so impressively, but Nigel Jemson offside. Jemson, who is starting a game for the first time since October the 2nd against Wimbledon. It's his big chance today. Arsenal playing 5 at the back. 2 men in midfield, Hillier and Rocastle, and 3 across the front in Wright, Smith and Merson. Ball hitting it long and asking Wright to take on Warhurst, 2 of the quickest players in the Football League there together, Paul Warhurst and Ian Wright. Warhurst, who broke a nose just 6 days ago. Dixon's throw-in into the penalty area. It'll come back to him as well. He's got a chance to hit it in low. It comes to Paul Merson. Trying to tease up a shot maybe for Rocastle, straight against the back of a defender. Good moments these for Arsenal, and Dixon skips around Palmer, and a piercing ball to the back post. But it's gone out of play before Merson could get a nudge on it. There's another nice flick from Jemson, and Harks trying to get on the end of Hurst's header. Sheffield Wednesday have gone 3 games without a goal, and it's a long time since that happened to them. A prolific team as a rule. Here is Wright. Dixon, good ball down the line, lovely pass to Smith. Really does open up the options here for Arsenal, and coming back and doing very good work in defence is Carlton Palmer. Hurst managing to somehow keep control, and Bart Williams goes and gives a lovely ball inside for Jemson. That will have lifted him. He's certainly got a good touch on the ball. Sheridan, here's inside the penalty area, Nigel Jemson, and a stretch of Winterburn's boot turns the ball back to David Seaman. Being played at quite frenetic pace for a First Division game. David Seaman, born not far away from here in Rotherham, comes halfway inside his own area, and then Ian Wright must have been 30 yards offside. King with the free kick for Wednesday. It's beyond Hurst, and Linnigan putting it out of play for a Wednesday throw-in. on a line with the 18-yard box. Palmer made space. King to cross it in. Wednesday have 3 men in the middle. King checking. And he does get it in, but Linnigan's there. Hillier, poor attempted clearance by him though. Six minutes gone. Wednesday 0, Arsenal 0. And Smith held off King, but he was fouled in the process. Arsenal firm believers in the philosophy of playing the ball out from the back. Oh, superbly taken down by Smith. What good control that was. And Merson gets in behind Warhurst. But Warhurst stretching well, turning the ball back to Chris Woods. Enjoying the Wednesday passing game. They're looking for a bit more penetration up front at the moment. Nielsen. Hart beaten away by Winterburn. Not an easy position in which to clear it though, and that's gone out. So Wednesday continue to huff and puff and win free kicks and throw-ins without getting shots in on goal. Sheridan tries to open the way for Jemson. It was just that little bit too high. And so Dixon puts it out on this side. Hurst. Oh, lovely. And Palmer goes on and is sent sprawling on the edge of the area. And Vic Callow waves away Rocastle's protest. This is a chance for Wednesday. It's right on the edge of the box. Lovely ball that Hurst played in for Palmer to win the free kick. The question is, what can they do with it? The wall formed. I reckon that Sheridan has actually pulled the ball back a couple of feet from where the actual offence occurred, giving himself a bit of space. King's also there. He's got others lined up alongside him, but Sheridan is generally the free kick taker, and King goes over it. Sheridan curls it in a fine save, but the ball's in the net surely from David Hurst. It is. Wednesday in front. The fans wild, and Seaman had done it all right, but there was no denying Hurst. Goal number 9 for the England man. Sheridan's free kick, beautifully struck, and Seaman did all he could. Hurst did even better. In off the inside of the upright, but see Sheridan's wickedly curving free kick. Seaman will be disappointed he didn't put it out of play, even more disappointed now. And David Hurst with goal number 9 of this season, his first in 4 games, but he's on the sheet yet again, and it's Wednesday 1, Arsenal 0. After 18 minutes, Wednesday have the lead against the champions. And Wednesday did deserve that for the build-up they've had. The first time they'd found a way through as far as Seaman, and when they got one they made it count. Now Bart Williams goes into a good position. Parks takes it from him. Parks infield, Jemson turning, Jemson with a chance, good to cut it back here, and he does, but it's Pates in the way this time, and Arsenal's defence is in trouble. David Seaman had kept only 1 clean sheet in the last 7 matches before today, so Arsenal are conceding more goals than they did last season, that's for sure. The Wednesday corner this time. And Nielsen has it. Checks, whips it in. Away by Linnigan. Rocastle able to slow things down, hustled by Bart Williams, almost giving it to Jemson, and Linnigan saves his side at the very last critical moment. Again Wednesday win it. King it was that time. Hurst calling for it up the middle. Takes it, it was awkward for him. Wednesday really playing well. They've got the bit between their teeth at the moment, that's for sure. Carlton Palmer drives in, gets into the penalty area, whips it across and wins a throw-in. And the first 20 minutes have belonged almost exclusively to Sheffield Wednesday. King with the throw. Now he might cross it. He does, and somehow Arsenal contrive to get it away only as far as Sheridan now. And there's certainly not a look of solidarity about Arsenal that we associate with them. Nicely done by Linnigan. Then Rocastle hounded again by Bart Williams, gives it away, and Hurst goes on, and a quite brilliant tackle by Rocastle to win the ball back for Arsenal. And then Bart Williams nearly took it off him as well, and a free kick has been given for Arsenal. The referee says play on, although at first I thought he was going to pull them back. Wednesday's throwing. There were two excellent bits of football there. First of all, Bart Williams winning the ball for Wednesday, and then Rocastle regaining it for Arsenal. That's a nice pass. Sheridan to Harks. It was an important ball that Pates won as well there. 10 minutes of the half to go. Sheffield Wednesday 1, Arsenal 0. And Lee Dixon on the ball for Arsenal. Again, he plays it down that touchline, and Wright has slipped Warhurst brilliantly. And Ian Wright goes on. He might fall to the tackle. It's a penalty. Brought down by Carlton Palmer, and the elusive Ian Wright has won the Gunners a spot kick. Well, here it is. Wright, once he'd got past Warhurst, was always in the front. Eventually into his vapour trail came Carlton Palmer, brought him down. Referee Callow said that's a penalty, and Lee Dixon is the man charged with the responsibility of trying to bring Arsenal back level. Dixon's 2 goals this season have both come from the penalty spot. Is he to make it 3? No! Chris Woods makes the save, and Lee Dixon hangs his head. Chris Woods delighted. Just think 6 days ago he was somewhat the villain, letting a goal through his legs, but on this day he's the saviour of Wednesday. Bitter disappointment for Lee Dixon. I saw him miss a penalty earlier this season against FK Austria Vienna. His team went on to win 6-1 that day. This is a very different occasion, and things are not going right for the league champions. And Chris Woods will be thrilled to bits with this save, getting down quickly to his right and turning the ball aside. Dixon not so thrilled. Free kick given against Linnigan. The challenge was on Jemson. And Sheridan playing it quickly. Dixon's outstretched boot gives Wednesday a corner. Three minutes from half-time. Sheridan and King orchestrate a corner kick. Bart Williams has taken up some space down on the left touchline, but Sheridan floats it in. And Arsenal come away with it, courtesy of Winterburn. There's a good variation from a Wednesday corner, though. And again, Chris Bart-Williams wins approval, even though it was just for a back pass. Jemson, the flick header, which Hurst gives chase to. Pates is able to steer it back. Arsenal come on another foray. They've been pushed back for much of the half. Obviously by an exuberant Wednesday side, keen to atone for what's happened to them during the week. Oh, that's a good ball. No. He's offside again, Merson. It didn't look as though he was at that moment because Nielsen had made a quick run back to get alongside him. Hurst, nice little flick, and Palmer's there. Wednesday quite happy to slow things down. Palmer once again wins it superbly. They've two men in the box. Palmer wanted to take everybody on, still here, and then he sort of ran out of options really and found only red shirts around him. Well, if Wednesday got a second goal at that stage, Arsenal would have had a lot to do in the second half, and Wright again tries to slip Warhurst. What a tricky customer he is, Ian Wright. He's given an excellent performance, and it wasn't a bad ball in either. Pearson got there, Nielsen gets there. And Jemson wins his battle with Pates. And Wednesday try to open Arsenal up again. Hart's just kept it in. Poor ball from Bold. The man whose own goal was the only goal on Arsenal's last visit to Hillsborough 18 months ago. We've had 45 minutes, but the referee is playing a bit of time that has to be added on. Had a couple of stoppages. Sheridan can't get it inside Winterburn. But that is half-time here at Hillsborough, and one goal still separates the sides. That goal headed in by David Hurst after 18 minutes, his 9th goal of the season after very good work by Palmer and a free kick from Sheridan. And then we saw Chris Woods save a penalty from Lee Dixon after Wright had been brought down by Palmer. So a lot of incident in the first half. We'll be back with the second half after this break. It's Wednesday 1. Back to Hillsborough, it's Sheffield Wednesday 1, Arsenal 0. David Hurst, the goal scorer for Sheffield Wednesday. And before the second half kicks off, we can hear from Sheffield Wednesday's Danny Wilson. He's with Nick.
Well, Danny, hot foot from the dressing room. I imagine happy at half-time, but not complacent by a long way.
No, that's all. I think the first half has been excellent. Like, you know, I've seen two England world-class keepers there, like, you know, pull off two magnificent saves. David Seaman, unfortunately for him, Hursty put the goal in, and then Chris Woods saving a great penalty save. It's great entertainment, but what we've not got to do, obviously, is relax ourselves, like, you know, and we keep the way we've been playing the first 25 minutes of the game. I don't think we see any problems really for us.
Danny, thanks very much. Second half just about to start. Here's John.
So the second half is underway at Hillsborough, and Wednesday really have come out all fired up in this match, anxious to put the deeds of the past week behind them, and John Hart epitomises that with a great ball in, and what a stretch by Seaman coming for it to cling on. A very lively start to the second half. Hart's there winning the ball, whipping it across, and Seaman came yards off his line to claim it. Hillier for Arsenal, losing out, almost anyway, to Palmer. And Wednesday have got a lot of men back here. Interesting in the programme, Trevor Francis says he wasn't really thinking of Chris Bart-Williams as a first-team player just yet. I think he's got to do now. He's made a really impressive beginning to his career with Sheffield Wednesday. Viv Anderson wants to check his birth certificate. Well, George Graham didn't sit on the bench in the first half, but perhaps he's not too happy about the events of the first half, so he's gone down there now. There's no one more passionate about the game of football than Arsenal's Scottish manager. 47 minutes have been played here, and Arsenal are trailing by 1-0. But they're in possession with right, edge of the Wednesday penalty area. And they've a lot of players up. Merson could do nothing with it, though. Bart-Williams just managing to find Hurst. And a free kick is now given for Arsenal. Dixon, whose missed penalty means that Arsenal still trail in this match. It was possibly a handball by Nigel Jemson there. Not so, it's a throw-in for Arsenal, and here again is Wright. Can't win the corner though, and Wednesday play it out nicely. Oh, but Warhurst, it's picked up by Hillier. The ball in is quickly met by Bold, and the save by Chris Woods. Well, Steve Bold trying to redress the balance from his own goal here 2 seasons ago. Climbing in high above the 2 Wednesday men in attendance, and Woods makes another excellent save. Bit of head tennis going on for the moment. Now it comes to the foot of Hurst, and he's got Jemson going. Nigel Jemson back for Hurst, reverting it to Sheridan, whose intricate footwork almost got him through, not quite. And it's Arsenal on the break, and they've got 3 men up against 2 here. Merson wide. Here is Ian Wright. He can. He could have put Arsenal level. He looked to find Smith in there, and the ball has gone over the dead ball line. It's been a quick-fire start to the second half. But nothing as yet for Arsenal's fans who've made the long journey north to cheer. That's a nice crisp pass from Sheridan, which opens up a bit of a gap down here. And Nielsen seeks to exploit that gap. Here's Bart-Williams. And he was looking to play Jemson in. He might even have had a shot himself. Seaman up to Wright. He lost his own individual battle, and so Warhurst finds Sheridan again. Good movement up front ahead of Sheridan. He picks out Hurst. Now Hurst loves to take him on here, whips in a left-footed shot, and he just stumbled at the moment of impact because of the challenge on him. I reckon a fraction of a second earlier, and he'd have been hitting the mark as he did against Aston Villa on the opening day of the season, but he just hesitated that second long, and it enabled an Arsenal boot to get in and put him off. And Seaman was on the losing side the last time he came here. That was with Queen's Park Rangers in December 1989. Wednesday won 2-0 on that day. They're a goal up now. And Bart-Williams has come enterprisingly into this attack. He now runs at Linnigan. Bart-Williams still going on into the penalty area, and then puts the ball high into the crowd. will be disappointed with the finish. The crowd were not disappointed with what they saw before it. And in general, the fans at Hillsborough have enjoyed their Saturday afternoon. They'll continue to enjoy it so long as Wednesday stay in front. And this is right. You always feel he is the man who could bring Arsenal back into the game. Rocastle. Managed to stay on side this time. So Nielsen under pressure plays it off the boot of Alan Smith for a throw-in. He looks rather pleased with that. Parks didn't have time to settle on the ball. It's Bart Williams who intercepts it and finds Hurst, and the flick on is towards Jemson, who is outstripping Bold and is brought down from behind by Steve Bold. Jemson protesting, and it surely will be a booking for Bold. I don't think it will be more than that, but I think it will be a yellow card. Jemson, there was another defender, of course, in line as well. So I think it will be merely a yellow card for Steve Bold. But Jemson was certainly herring in on goal. And it is the yellow card and a caution for Arsenal's centre-back. Wednesday got their goal from a free kick. They look for another one from this one by King. Driven in, oh, beautifully done! Hurst was coming in round the back of the defence, but he was offside. It wouldn't have counted. Nonetheless, a delightfully taken free kick by King. Hurst had come in there and was offside. He missed the target too. Hillier, we might lose it. No. Palmer had gone steaming in to try and win it, and now he goes across to try and deny Linnigan some space. Right, a good turn by him. An inviting ball too for David Rocastle. Still Rocastle's there, and Wednesday clearing when they had to do. Right, neat little back heel for Rocastle. Dangerous moments these for Wednesday. In a sense, this is a key phase of the game as Arsenal try to lift themselves again. Dixon loses out to King. He's only got two men ahead of him though. Jemson was just offside. Cat and mouse game they're playing. But down on the Sheffield Wednesday bench, I'm sure that Trevor Francis and Richie Barker are reasonably pleased with the way the game is going. They are going to take Roland Nielsen off. That can only because of injury. Oh, here's Wright, controlling it, slipping it now to Winterburn. Rocastle, nice little flick by Merson, and Merson's got into the penalty area, and a brilliant saving tackle by Pearson on him. And the ball will go out for an Arsenal corner. But Nigel Pearson was the man who kept Merson at bay. And Roland Nielsen indeed will come off to be replaced by Viv Anderson. They need him on to defend against this corner. And Nielsen was having an outstanding match for my money. It hurts. Very good performance by Nielsen, and now a more experienced substitute you could not have than Viv Anderson, who of course used to play for Arsenal. 120 games he played for the Gunners. Here's their corner kick, and it was Linnigan who got in for it. Now Winterburn clips it back in, away by Hurst. Winterburn again. Jemson defending. And everybody's defending on Wednesday's behalf. They have to. Winterburn sweeps it across. There's nobody for Palmer to play it upfield to. And As Pates collects it, there are 21 players in Wednesday's half, but it was a bad ball by Pates. Now Bart Williams, the chance to slow things down a little. He takes that opportunity with Sheridan. Palmer. Hurst took it well and manages to play it down for Jemson, who's hassled really by Rocastle successfully too. But Wednesday are doing well here. Arsenal's passing game is not on song. Though that time Bart Williams showed that he might just be feeling the pace a little, and Merson comes for Arsenal. It really is cut and thrust at the moment. Paul Merson racing at the Wednesday defence and trying to get around Warhurst. He can't do so. Super tackle by Warhurst, who keep the ball in play too. But danger signs to Wednesday there, provided by Paul Merson and Ian Wright. The pace is intensifying, if anything, as Palmer goes on. Roland Nielsen has a groin injury, we understand. Palmer to clear this time. Up comes Linnigan to support the midfield and attack of Arsenal. They're growing more confident by the minute, the champions. Here is Rocastle trying to find space. Wright won't get to that. And that's a clever throw out by Woods, and it releases Sheridan. He's now midway inside the Arsenal half and playing a lovely ball across here for Carlton Palmer. Palmer goes on, smacks the shot in. Good positional play by Seaman. What a lovely ball it was from Sheridan too. Everything to be admired about that attack. Viv Anderson. Pouring forward for Wednesday. Bart Williams and Jemson. He really is confident on the ball. Bart Williams, here he is again. That time he tried to pick out King and found Dixon instead. And through the middle again goes Merson. Clear warning here for Wednesday. Merson in with a chance of the equaliser. Tried to score with the outside of his right boot. Woods made the save. But it's a good spell this for Arsenal. The match is far from one for Wednesday. Hurst offside. But Paul Merson really is proving himself a thorn in the Wednesday side at the moment. His pace gets him into their penalty area here, and he decided to flick it with the outside of the boot. Merson not quite as prolific as usual this season. He's just scored the 3 goals, but he's not scored in 7 and hasn't scored in the league in the last 11. David Hillier receiving treatment. It was a great ball from Sheridan which unlocked the Arsenal door, and Carlton Palmer racing in and showing good control initially on the edge of the penalty area, riding the tackle, and then the shot was not strong enough. That's a good play, piece of play from Rocastle. Hillier. He gave himself an awful lot to do, and here's Ian Wright now, and they've men up there. Bold was screaming for the ball in. All right, twisting and turning, Bold, surely! And Stephen Bold wipes out the memory of the own goal he scored the season before last. And the goal had been coming, it had to be said. And Stephen Bold with his first goal of the season here, a clear header for him, and even Woods couldn't keep that out. But Wright did absolutely brilliantly to create it for him. So it's back level. Wednesday 1, Arsenal 1. And so often we've seen Wednesday hold back after taking leads. And now they've contrived to give the ball away again to this man Wright, who is posing tremendous problems for them at the moment. Oh, look at him. He's full of it. Sheridan for Wednesday. He's got men right and left. He uses King on his left. Hurst goes on into the area. Hurst here for Wednesday. Smacks off the upright. What a goal that would have been. Tremendous effort from David Hurst. And this game is just going on at a relentless pace. Bart Williams wins it back. Anderson goes forward. Again Wednesday have men up. They want to get back in front. Anderson with the ball in, hooked away by Pates. Bart Williams takes it, and he's brought down by Rocastle. A free kick. But Arsenal relieved it to be level. David Hurst striding on here and fairly smashing that ball. It nearly cracked the upright in two. What an exciting contest we've had yet again at Hillsborough. Pure theatre. King's free kick for Wednesday. It's 1-1. Palmer wins it for Wednesday. They've got to stay onside. Well, really, if this had been a boxing match, I think it would have been declared a draw. The game has had its sparkling moments and its chances. Only two have been taken. Bold again is there. Sheridan is there for Wednesday. In fact, the match deserved more goals, really. 2-2 would probably have been fairer than 1-1 on the balance of the day. Hurst smacking a shot against an upright. Smith couldn't get there, but it's steered back to Woods. Under it is Andy Linnigan. Rocastle on. Hart. Goal of the season on 18 minutes. Arsenal then missing a penalty. Lee Dixon's shot saved by Chris Woods, but in the end Arsenal got their point through Stephen Bowles' header after brilliant work by Ian Wright. A highly entertaining match.